Stop me if you've heard this one. "Oh, you look fine to me." Or this one. "Oh, I forget stuff like that all the time." Or maybe this one. "Well, just live with it." If you've been diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment, you are living with it. You don't have any choice. But you'd like to think that people who are aware of your condition would offer you a little bit of comfort or compassion. Well, good luck with that. If anything, you're likely to find the opposite is true. There seems to be no end to the hurtful, thoughtless, dismissive remarks that people make about mild cognitive impairment. And that's my topic today. Hi, I'm Tony Deering of GoCogno.com, the website for people with mild cognitive impairment. One of the toughest choices that people with mild cognitive impairment face is whether to tell anybody outside their immediate family, or perhaps even within their immediate family. When Virginia Laken and her husband attended a special program at the Mayo Clinic for people with MCI, she was startled to find out that they were the only people there who had told their children about their diagnosis. But Virginia has chosen to be very open about her mild cognitive impairment. She writes a wonderfully insightful blog about MCI and aging at virginialaken.com, and there's a link to it below. What caught my eye was a recent post she wrote, "How do you respond to misguided comments about MCI?" Virginia lives in a small town in Minnesota, and when she's out in the community and bumps into people she knows, one thing she still hasn't gotten used to is some of the insensitive, condescending remarks that people make to her. One that really gets under her skin is when someone looks at her in surprise and says, "Oh, you look great." In her blog, she writes that it takes everything she has not to reply, "What did you expect me to look like? A crazy hag? Yes, I have memory issues, but I can still think. I'm still cognizant of my appearance and capable of dressing and grooming myself." I think anyone with MCI can relate to that. It is so common and so unfortunate. All you want is a little compassion and understanding, and all you seem to get are condescension and platitudes. It feels malicious, but it's really not. They don't understand what mild cognitive impairment is, and they just don't know what to say. As one person with MCI puts it, people have never even heard of it. My family doctor had never heard about it. And there's something just about the term mild that makes it seem relatively harmless. When someone with MCI says, "I think we all wish it was mild," you know exactly what they mean. But what do you do when some near stranger, or worse yet, someone who's actually close to you, marginalizes what you're experiencing? Virginia Laken still isn't exactly quite sure what to do. She knows what not to do. She doesn't fly into a rant, and she doesn't try to lecture the person. So instead, she writes, "I swallow my indignation, say a polite thank you, and the conversation usually ends with a courteous, 'It was good to see you again.' I'm still struggling to find a better way of dealing with these encounters." She wrote this blog post back in early January and invited anybody who had a good suggestion for how to handle these situations to email her. Maybe somebody out there has a good idea. Maybe you do. Have you had experiences like this? Have you found a good way of handling it? Comment below or send me an email. I would love to hear from you, and I hope to see you again next week. Until then, be kind to your mind.